In this video, I sit down with Beck, who is an amazing mother of 2 twin girls, believe it or not. So if you're a mom, or if you're just somebody that's looking for a way that you can contribute to the family without having to go out there and pick up a second job, then make sure you watch this entire video. In this video, Beck explains why she felt the need to contribute financially to the family while her husband was supporting them the entire time, and her journey about how she's now become a 3-time funded trader. And it looks like it could be a 6-time funded trader very soon, as well as a friend of hers that she referred that's been funded 3 different times in just a month and a half. All right, Beck, so nice to be chatting with you here. Tell us really quickly, like your backstory. I know you told me you have twin girls, so maybe just what you were doing before you got involved in trading, a little bit about that.
Well, I've been a full-time twin mama for 10 years. They're 10 years old. Gratefully, I was able to be a stay-at-home mom with them, you know, husband going off to work and supporting us being home and whatnot. But with the economy, so horrible. So I started looking, you know, for ways to make money, and found a couple of different other companies that had EAs. And
so hold on, I'm going to interrupt you. Had you have traded before previously, or this is you're just deciding, hey, I need something to do at home, I'm going to get into trading? Is that how that went? Okay. Exactly
how it went. Just need to find something to help us out financially. We're okay, but kind of living paycheck to paycheck, and, you know, just feeling the pressures of the economy. And, you know, kind of looked at my girls' school, going to their school and being one of the teacher assistants. And I'm just like, I just will be danged if I go get a job for $10 an hour. It's like, I'm not doing that. So was just looking around for something to be successful at, to help with our financial situation.
So how did you come across trading? Like how did that idea pop in your head?
I was in another group that helps with like financial decisions. And one of the members there introduced us to a friend that had a company where he was selling an EA that, you know, promoted to be completely successful. It's going to pass all your challenges. It's amazing. You just turn it on at this time and turn it off at this time. And so I was like, okay. And I trusted the guy. I still kind of do trust the guy, but I feel like he was kind of taken for a ride as well. It was ultimately just a big fat failure. So
what happened? So you buy this thing and you go and you set up on a challenge, fails, and then just no support. Didn't work.
They had us turning the bot on at specific times of the day, turning it off in the morning, like early in the morning before the New York session. You know, don't trade during the sessions. No way, that's really bad. So just like this, I don't know, kind of jumping through hoops, and nobody, I mean, there were a few people that happened to pass challenges, and talking to them, it was just like sheer luck, like they even would say that. It was just sheer luck. Oh, I messed up. I didn't turn it off when I was supposed to. And luckily, you know, the market went the right way, and I passed my challenge. So there was nothing, like, no strategy, nothing duplicatable. And so we were all just kind of flying by the seat of our pants, trying so hard, just putting money in, failing. I didn't pass a single phase one, not a single one. So, and that's the way most of the people were. So, I mean, it was a new company, and there were, I don't know, maybe 20 of us, not very many people at all. And in the group, you know, maybe 2 or 3 passed challenges, and the rest of us were just like begging for help and not getting any answers. Like we just had no idea how to make this thing actually work. So it didn't work. And then the company disappeared. Like they just vanished. Poof, they were gone. No more updates. Like it was a joke.
Convenient.
So, yeah. See ya.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. And how many times did you try to pass the challenge with them?
Probably 6.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
6 or 7 times. Just trying what other people that had passed were suggesting, and trying different settings, like trying to, because you could go in and change the settings of the bot, but yeah, it was nothing, like nothing compared to what Titan X is. Nothing.
So bring me through the story. So you try this other bot, this other company, no good support, no good results. And then like what happens? Did you go and try something else, or did you end up finding us after, or what happened?
I ended up finding you guys on YouTube.
How did that happen? On YouTube, okay.
Just searching on YouTube for not necessarily how to do an EA or a robot, but how to trade, like how to watch for, how to read the chart, and, came across you on YouTube, and yeah, just kept on watching and was very intrigued, and these guys are saying this and these guys are saying that, and I went to one of your webinars that you were selling, BEF, Blue Edge Financial. Yeah. And like I was scared, like I'd just been burned, so
right.
I was hesitant, but because I was, because I was I just totally lost my train of thought because I thought of something else.
Yeah. So what? So what pushed you over the edge? You'd clearly just been burned. I could imagine you'd be quite skeptical. So what pushed you over the hump to say that, hey, I need to do something. I need to give this a try again.
So because I had been in the webinar, I was reached out to by JD. JD reached out to me, and he was awesome, and just was able to answer all my questions and concerns, and went over the refund policy, and that was honestly probably the biggest reason why I was like, look, if this doesn't work, then they'll refund our money. So it's just like that was the number one reason why I felt comfortable to dive in and make it work, because I wanted something like this to help out.
Sure. And so you end up getting on board, and then what happens? Like,
so I got.
How is it helping?
I joined at the. Okay, I joined at the beginning of September in 2022, and I was still really cautious. I wanted to dive in and learn everything that I could about the bot and about the company, and how to take challenges, and back testing, and there was so much more information than I had in my previous experience. And so I wanted to, I took the time to really dive in and learn, because there's a lot of information to learn and to make yourself feel more comfortable about, taking challenges. So by the time I got through all of the information, it was, pushing into end of November, December, and Joe's on the Discord chat saying, I'm not trading during December. And I'm like, well, if he's not trading during December, then I'm not trading during December. Okay. So I waited until January to start taking my first challenge. And it failed. It failed, but
So at that moment, right, you're like, okay, I was had by these other guys. Now, I'm kind of dipping my toe in the water, like looking at this thing, and oh crap, it fails. At that point you must have been pretty like down on your luck, huh? The emotional journey of, right?
Yeah, starting out, it really is like a total bummer when you fail. It's like, oh my gosh, this isn't working again. But since I had dove into all of the information, I knew, I was just like, this is just part of it. It's just part of it. So it's okay. You know, we're going to keep going. And obviously I did. I kept going, but for several months, the the leaderboard wasn't there, and then it was, and there was the leaderboard, and everything has just evolved for the better. And it was.
And what's your thoughts on the leaderboard? What do you think about it?
Fantastic. It's fantastic. Like the way people dive in and test out strategies and tweak strategies, and the first time we saw 100% for the last 52 weeks and 100% for the last 12 weeks, it was just, I mean, that was amazing. It's like, seriously, back testing and kind of forming the strategies to be more promising for the future, right?
Yeah. And so hold on. And so for those that are watching the leaderboard, basically we gather all the data from all of our different members that are trying different stuff, and we put up the best strategies that are working right now. And so that's been like the biggest game changer, right? Is like kind of crowdsourcing all of this data to give us the best strategies, and they keep updating as the market changes.
Right.
Okay, so I get it. You come on board, you're learning some stuff, and then you take it, you fail, and then the leaderboard comes out. Okay, and then what happens?
Leaderboard comes out. So then I was still only taking one challenge at a time, and I did pass, I think, one. And a phase one, and then I failed phase two, and then I passed another phase one, and I actually did pass the phase two, so I got funded. And after that is when Joe did the webinar about being consistent, and I wasn't being consistent. And so after he did the webinar about taking challenges consistently, we committed to take, to afford a challenge once a week. And I got funded on the first two right away. So then I had 3 funded accounts. I was like, that's the secret sauce. You've got to take challenges every week. You've got to always have something going in the queue, and you'll get funded. You get funded. So
yeah. And so it's interesting, right? Because a lot of people in your situation, they'd say, oh, I failed my first one and I failed my second one. It's so easy to give up at that point, right? But we always talk about the analogy. It's like, of course, some of our back tests show, 100% pass rate. We know that in the live market, it's not going to equal that, right? Because the market has changed. It's not, and we're very transparent about that. But obviously, if something's performed recently really well, then the chances of it performing is higher than if it didn't perform at all, so in a back test. So, but my point in saying that is you failed too. And, a lot of people, it's tough, right? It's emotional. You're probably down on your luck. But we always tell people to get out a quarter, flip a quarter, and if you have 50-50 odds at passing a challenge, which we seem to think we have about 50-50 odds, not just passing a challenge, but actually getting funded, then, sit down and you'll notice that you'll land on tails, 3 times in a row. Like that happens, but if you flip the quarter 100 times, you're going to see that it starts to even out to about 50-50. And so I think that's the hardest thing for traders is, to like get that when it's like, it's my money. Like I'm stressed, like, so, So your big breakthrough was when you started taking challenges consistently, and then you started getting funded consistently, huh?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
And you still have to have the knowledge, kind of the grit, right? You have to be prepared, because I've also lost one of those funded accounts. Like you're gonna lose the funded accounts too. But I also have just passed another or 2 more phase ones, one yesterday and one today. So it's just like, we're just going to keep on going.
Yeah. We call it just keep planting seeds, right? It's like the farmer, the farmer knows that some of his seeds are going to get eaten by the birds. Some are going to get scorched by the sun, and some are going to fall on good ground and they're going to bear, fruit. And so that's the idea.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. So you've now been funded 3 times, is it?
Yeah, 3 times. And now I have 3 phase 2s that are in progress right now.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Fantastic. And so what would you say is your favorite part about the whole prop farming process or a product? What would you say? Oh, and by the way, I have to disclose this. So Beck was so helpful inside of our groups that we actually recently just hired her on board. So she's actually working as one of our customer success coaches because she's just gone above and beyond to help people in the group. So I have to disclose it. It is her first week on the job. So all of these results are prior to her actually working with us. But I do have to disclose that. So anyways, what would you say is your favorite part about this program or product?
So, I mean, goodness, there's so much that are favorites. First of all, the customer support really is like the best in the industry. Whatever. How about the best online? They're really, really awesome. Yeah. I also love that everybody, like Joe, you, Shaq, everybody is open to other people's experiences, and frustrations with what's going on, and in their experience. And it seems like you guys are always trying to better everybody's experiences that they have. And that's super helpful too. Just open to adding different settings to Titan X to improve it. And it's really been an awesome experience.
Awesome. Yeah, that's one of the things we really is like our core value in our company is the can-I approach, or constant and never-ending improvement. So we're always open to suggestions. We always want to hear from our customers. We always want to improve things. And anybody that's been with us since we started our company, they're like, wow, like your guys' product has gotten better and better and better every single year. So,
well, and even since I joined, since September, the improvements that have been made it's beyond better than what it was just back in September.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so, I guess, how do you see, Titan X and the prop farming blueprint? How do you see that fitting into your future plans for your life?
I hope to do it forever. It just is something that works, and seeing the paychecks come in, and it's exciting. It's motivating, and as long as I'm able to set up my my terminals each week, my accounts each week, then there should be no reason for me to stop. I'm just going to keep on going. I'm going to keep planting the seeds.
Yeah. And what's the goal? What is the goal with your trading ultimately?
Oh goodness. Well, everybody wants to be funded, $1 million or $2 million or whatever. Yeah. Honestly, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my funded accounts right now, because that has already been such a huge help to me. But goal wise, sure. Yeah, I'll join the $1 million club.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. There's so many people in the group that have already done it, so it's there's proof that it's, and Joe's, he's documenting his journey on YouTube right now. So if you're watching this video on YouTube and you haven't seen Joe's show, he's documenting the good, the bad, and the ugly of algorithmic trading to $1 million funded. I think he's at 300,000 at the time of making this in the first few weeks. So yeah, he's making good progress. So cool. Last couple of questions here, and then we'll break it up. Is prop farming something that you'd recommend, and to who specifically would you recommend it to?
I have recommended it. Yep, I have. So I have recommended it to 2 friends who have also joined, and one of my friends, they were both people that they were frustrated with me in the last company that we had each joined. So, and one of them, he even said, he was like, I'm sorry guys, I'm done with trading. I'm not doing this anymore. And I was like, well, I just joined this group, and let me see if it pans out, and I'll let you know. And he's like, tell me now. So yeah, he was, I mean, he really didn't want to be done, but he was
Yeah.
frustrated by the experiences that we had gone through. So
Yeah.
he joined, oh goodness, maybe a couple months now, a month and a half, and he was funded within a month. Like he was
Wow.
funded, and I think he's been funded 2 more times since then. So he's
Wow.
like way fast track compared to what I did, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
It works. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll keep recommending it.
That's amazing. Very good. Cool. Well, thanks so much for taking a minute, and it's awesome to hear your story. I think you're the second mom that we interviewed, and we had really good feedback on the other one. So I think it's great for moms to be able to come in to do something that's not super time intensive, but still be able to, help the family out and financially and whatnot. So, we really love hearing your story. And obviously, now that you're part of the team, let us know if there's anything that we can do to help make the product better. We're here. Any last minute words for anybody that may be watching this on what it takes to have success?
Stay consistent. Plant the seeds every week. Figure out what you can afford to spend on challenges each week, and be okay with losing it. And do the challenges. Take the challenges every week. Just keep going. The market is bound to turn in your favor, and you'll pass. Yeah,
for sure. Cool, Beck. Well, thanks so much for taking a minute here and talking with us. And we'll talk to you soon in Discord.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Adam.
Thanks so much.